After about 6 months, I start getting these emails come in that says you have a new subscriber, you have a new subscriber. And then it started to come in lots, you have a new subscriber. I'm like, what's going on over there? My first check for the month was $250. And I was absolutely over the moon. I couldn't believe it. $250 for doing like nothing. I think it went from, $250 and to $500 and to $700 and $1,000 a month. And it just kept going. And so I had a bit of fun there. I was putting on my notice board. Okay, what's my goal for next month? Okay, yeah, we'll double 1,000. Let's go for 2,000 by the end of the month. Let's go for 4,000. And these goals just kept happening. It was such an insane time. I will never forget it.
So after the episode was done, I actually got Jason to go back in and check out on his YouTube studio how many views he's really getting. And I think he said he thought he was getting like 100,000 or 200,000 maybe views a month. 7 million. 7 million views in the last 28 days is what he's actually been getting. Hello and welcome to the Art of Selling Online Courses. We are here to share winning strategies and secret hacks from top performers in the online course industry. My name is John Ainsworth and today's guest is Jason Stevenson. Now, Jason has been studying the positive effects of guided meditation and relaxation music for over 15 years. His YouTube channels, Jason Stevenson Sleep Meditations and Relax and Recharge by Jason Stevenson, have grown to over 4.5 million subscribers with over 1 billion views combined, which is a number that just blows my mind. It's crazy, right? So today we're going to talk to Jason about how he's grown his YouTube channel to such a huge audience, what you can learn from that so you can do it too, and we're going to start to get into as well maybe some ideas and tips about how Jason can make more money from selling his courses to his audience. Jason, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, John. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. And it does sound a lot, right? When you say one,
it is a lot.
1 billion views. That's like, oh wow, that's crazy.
So how did this happen? How did you get started with this?
Wow. Well, it started back in 2011 or 2012, and I had an online course. an online shop that sold MP3s at the time,
Yeah.
and so this was before Spotify. I'm pretty sure it was before Spotify and all that sort of thing. So people were just buying MP3s and downloading them. And so I decided to sell relaxation music, and because I've always had this love of relaxation music and meditation. And then a friend of mine suggested, he said, Jason, open up a YouTube channel. He said, because you can send people. That's a good SEO tool to send people to your shop, to your store. And so I did that and put up some samples and not much happened, initially. And I put up a few more, nothing, like 1 or 2 views, to be honest. And I'm like, what's he talking about? Like, how can this happen? So I let it go I must have had about 6 videos up, and I just completely let it go. After about 6 months, I start getting these emails come in that says you have a new subscriber, you have a new subscriber. And then it started to come in lots, you have a new subscriber. I'm like, what's going on over there? So I checked back on over to YouTube, and it was just one of the videos, just one that was going viral. It was just to help relieve headaches, actually, relaxation. And I had some binaural beats included in it, in the sound. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I got this email, and now at that time, I didn't know we could make money. I had no idea we could make money on YouTube. No idea at all. So it was sending a bit of traffic to the website, not much, but I'd started to get a few sales. I thought, oh, this is cool. So he was right. I got a few sales. And as it went on, I got an email from a company and they said to me, we believe that we can make you more money than YouTube. And I looked at the email and I thought, what do they mean, make me more money than YouTube? I'm not making any money on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's no money coming in.
I think it's more than that.
Yeah. And so I was almost a bit smart to them, and I wrote back and said, oh yeah, well, how? Tell me. And they just said, we'll do this, and this, and we'll take 20%. And you'll be on money straight away. And I'm like, okay, look, I've got nothing to lose with this. So I signed up for the year, and sure enough, my first check for the month was $250. And I was absolutely over the moon. I couldn't believe it. $250 for doing like nothing,
Yeah.
And then that's when it clicked, and I thought, if I'm making $250 now and there's just a few videos, what would it be like if I keep putting up more and more videos? And so sure enough, I hope you can't hear my dog. I hope my dogs aren't disturbing you too much. Anyway, so I ended up putting quite a few videos up, and I was putting up 6 a week. Like I was just churning them out.
Whoa.
And I did that for 3 months, 6 a week for 3 months. And guess what happened to the graph? It went like this and then just went like that. So because I already had that one viral, then all of them just started to follow, and the channel just was going at this crazy rate. So every month was this massive pay rise for me. So I think it went from, $250 and to $500 and to, $700 and $1,000 a month. And it just kept going. And so I had a bit of fun there. I was putting on my notice board. Okay, what's my goal for next month? Okay, yeah, we'll double 1,000. Let's go for 2,000 by the end of the month. Sure enough, that would happen. Oh, this is getting fun. Oh, we'll try another. Let's go for 4,000. And these goals just kept happening. It was absolutely, it was such an insane time. I will never forget it.
When was that? What time period are we talking?
That was about 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going absolutely full blast, 6 videos a week. And how, like you said, you did that for kind of
3 months.
3 months. Okay.
And then I pulled right back and then just did 3 videos a week.
Okay. Still quite a lot.
Yeah. But I had this software for the music, and so it didn't take much time at all, and I was just putting up royalty-free videos with the music, and then I started to do guided meditations, 1 guided meditation a week, and that's when it started to change things, because
What you said, this company had said they could make you more money than YouTube.
Yeah.
So what were they doing?
So I think they were called like this MCN. I think that's the initials of these people. And they really weren't doing anything more than what YouTube was doing.
Were they just taking 20% of your YouTube money? Or...
Yeah.
That's sneaky of them, isn't it?
But
they just turned on ads for you.
Yeah. But I was locked into that for 1 year.
Okay.
And then I started to think, oh my God, I hope I can get out of this contract, because I was hearing that people were having trouble getting out of the contracts. And I'm like, oh my, I could be getting 20% more. Anyway, they were very gracious, and I got out within the year, and then, yeah.
So what was working for you? You said, first of all, you had one video about, you said, I think headaches, something like that.
Yeah.
Really taken off.
Yeah.
Were you finding that like all of your videos were doing kind of pretty similar, or was there like occasionally you'd have one that was a giant standout? I saw like on your channel now, your best videos from like 6 or 7 years ago. I forget how many views it had, but it was a staggering number.
Yeah. I think one of the best ones we've got is a rain sound video. I'm sure that's one of the bigger ones, it's got 30-something million. Or
so you've got relaxing. This is on your Jason Stevenson guided sleep meditation channel. You've got relaxing rain and thunder sounds, 60 million views.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, 60. Okay.
60 million, double what you thought.
Used to be 30.
So did you start to get an idea of like which ones were going to take off, or were you just put out the volume and we'll see what happens?
Initially, I was putting out the volume and just seeing what happens. I was just excited by it, and I was coming up with all these creative ideas. It was a great time to just be as creative as I possibly could. But then I realized sleep was the thing that people wanted the most. Sleep music, or sleep guided meditations, or and anxiety to relieve stress, all that sort of thing. So then I realized that they were the mainstays. They were the ones to really focus on. And then I do some bits and pieces in between, but you know, most of them didn't sort of take off. Yeah.
So what videos about anxiety or for helping with anxiety and sleep? Those were kind of the two main
Sleep.
ones.
Yes. Yes.
There's one that I'm fascinated by this channel or this video that I found. I was searching for yoga nidra meditation. I'm just going to
Oh,
share screen. So anybody who's listening, I want to describe what's going on. But if you're watching, you're going to be able to see this video. So this one, here we go. Can you see my screen now, Jason?
yes. Yes.
Yeah, cool. So this one video here, I'm fascinated by this, right? And I need to reach out to Lizzie and actually get in touch with her because if
Mm.
you look at her channel, for a long time at least, I don't know if it's exactly still the same. She
Mm.
had 3 videos on there, and 2 of them had like 43 views and 86 views or something like this, right? And one of them had 14 million, you know? And I was just like,
Oh,
oh my goodness. She doesn't kind of know quite what to do with what she's sitting on. If you look now, like a lot of her videos have got, she's doing a lot more now. But they've got
yeah.
like 1,000-ish views, 300 views. Maybe this one's only got 59. This one's got
Wow.
1.7 thousand, you know. But then she's got this one absolute standout. So she's got 3 now, 3 that have done really well. So 14 million, 1.1 million, 413,000. So you're CEO of your business, Jamie. When did you
Mm.
start working with him?
So we started working back in about 2018, 2019, just prior to COVID. And
Okay.
he started, actually, he just started as a monitor, you know, for the chats, for the live chats.
Okay. Yeah.
And I saw that he was really good with people and everything. I thought, he shows up, he's good. And then we met because he lives in Adelaide. I'm up in a little town called Peterborough. And then we met, and I got to see that he's very systems orientated, putting things together. And I was all over the shop. And because the channel was growing so big, the audience was so big, I was all over the place. And I just thought, my goodness, I think I need him. I need him to start to pull this together and tidy things up.
Yeah.
And his promise to me was, and that was 5 years ago, he said to me, Jason, I'm going to create something for you that you will never have to worry about any of this. And he said, you will be able to walk away and your business will be taken care of. And that has happened. All I do now is record one guided meditation. I get them in blocks of about 4 or 8 or something like that. I've got a month to do them. So I'm literally working for 1 hour a week. That's all I have to do. And yeah, the systems are in place now. I don't even edit my videos. I don't edit the sound. I send the raw voice file over with all mistakes and all, and everyone takes care of it. The whole team now. Everything's done.
Beautiful.
It's very blessed. Very blessed.
So what's the way that you're making money from that? Is that from the YouTube ads, or is there other
Yeah.
things that are going on there as well?
Yeah, that's mainly we're making money from the YouTube ad revenue. That's probably, I would say, 90% of our income. Yeah, it's about
Okay.
90 or even 80% of our income, because other things are beginning to catch up now. So we put up things in Insight Timer. That's a meditation app. We also put up Spotify is beginning to take off for us now. So now Jamie and the team, they're really focusing on delivering a lot of content to Spotify, 2 to 3 tracks a week.
Wow. Are they taking ones that have already been on YouTube, or is it new ones?
Yeah, taking ones that are already on YouTube plus all the new ones. And we've also got a back catalogue of hundreds of meditations. So we're starting a meditation podcast. So that's only just started.
Yeah.
So it's quite exciting because it feels like it's all starting again. So who knows what's going to happen now?
Yeah. It's so good to diversify media. I think it's one of those funny things, I think, because when you've got something that's working, the thing to do is double down on that and just put all your effort onto one thing that's working. But at some point, it makes sense to go and diversify to something else when it's like, because what if that first thing disappears for some reason? What if YouTube goes, no, I don't like you anymore? They don't tend to do that nearly as much as Facebook did it, or
Yeah.
who else would be really bad for that? Facebook ads, people when they were using that would have trouble with that all the time. YouTube's not so bad.
But let
it's
me
like,
tell
it's
you,
not like it can't happen, you know?
let me tell you, it happened to us.
Oh, go on, tell me.
And 1 million subscribers. And in fact, I'll tell you, this is the crazy part of all of this. I just received the golden play button for 1 million
Right.
subscribers. And Jamie was with us at that point. He'd just started and woke up one morning and the whole channel was gone. It said due to violations. And he called me and he says, have you seen the channel? I said, no. He said, go and have a look. And I've looked and I'm like, my heart, I was just like, are you? And I thought, no, this can't be right. So I'm pushing, going, all videos, everything, the whole entire channel taken down. It was after that, I knew then that we cannot rely on this revenue. Just can't rely on it. I even said to my finance advisor, I said, you know, he was getting excited about money coming in. And I said, honestly, I'm taking it one day at a time. I said, this could be gone at any point in time. So it's a blessing when it comes in, and just be happy with it. You know, every time we get another chunk in, just be happy. Because anyway, things have changed now. And
well, what happened? How'd you get it back?
That particular one was an absolute, like it was a fault. Luckily, I had a contact in Google because I'd done a talk at Google Sydney. And so because I had contacts there, I was ringing them, and we had the partner manager on the emails, and we had everyone fighting for us. But I'm telling you now, it was off for about 2.5 days. So I resigned to the fact that it wasn't coming back. And I remember opening up my golden plaque on my Facebook audience, which at that time had about 30,000 people. I was devastated. Here's my YouTube plaque, 1 million subscribers, all gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, so definitely good that you're moving over to Spotify and stuff as well. That's good.
Yes.
The other thing that's a really big deal is an email list, because the email list you own and nobody gets to take that one away. So do you do much with collecting people's emails from the channel? I saw you have like some free meditations people can download.
Yeah. That's an interesting point, that one, and that's probably up for negotiation as time moves on. At the moment, yes, we are collecting emails, and I think we have about 30 or 40,000, 50,000, maybe 60,000 now. I'm not quite sure. I haven't checked that for a long time. But all we don't sell anything to that group. All we're currently doing is sending them 1 letter a week, encouragement for the weekend, and just something to take a few breaths or stress release, or just very simple once a week email. And that's because when the company split, the Zen Media Group that I own, and then the other one's partially owned by myself and by Jamie, when it split, all the courses went over to Zen Media Group, and the other one's sort of owned by the two of us, and that's Relax Me Online Australia's list. So it's not to say that we can't sell courses on that list down the track. I'm sure Jamie and I can come up with some sort of a deal that we work on something together. But I've started another little list anyway. But yeah.
So if somebody signs up now, let's say someone goes to your messed up, dear listener, you might not know this, but I messed up a little bit ago, and I thought I was stopping sharing screen, and instead I was stopping recording. So if there was a bit where the episode sounds a bit odd, then you know why that's happened. And I'm just going to go have a look now and try not to mess it up this time at Jason's videos. So if I go to these videos and one of your recent ones, and we look at the link for downloading something, what list does this one go into now?
So that's Relax Me Online, and they can get the free meditations. And that's a basic newsletter that goes out on a weekly basis, once a week.
So where are you building the other email list from? Are you having anything else in here, or?
So No, there's nothing there about my new list. Nothing at all.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's something that Jamie and I have got to work together still on, work out, especially if I'm to launch another course.
Yeah.
We got to work something out. Yeah.
What is your, how many views do you get a month at the moment? Do you know, ballpark?
YouTube?
Yeah.
I could just about work it out. So about, I'd say around about the 100,000 view mark.
100,000? Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, for the week.
Per week?
Yeah.
Okay, so about 400,000 views a month. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would think so. Yeah.
And is that across the two channels, or is that
That's across the
one?
two channels. Yep.
Got it. So after the episode was done, I actually got Jason to go back in and check out on his YouTube studio how many views he's really getting. And I think he said he thought he was getting like 100,000 or 200,000 maybe views a month. 7 million. 7 million views in the last 28 days is what he's actually been getting. So it gives you an idea of the scale of this thing, of just how successful this channel is. Okay. So what we're typically seeing, if you set everything up right, so if you've got it set up right with the opt-ins, and there's a number of little steps, we might go through some of those here, then you can get typically like a 1 to maybe 2% opt-in rate per view from YouTube. So if you're getting 200,000 views a month and you're getting 1% option rate, that'd be 2,000 opt-ins a month. And if it was 2%, you'd be getting 4,000 opt-ins a month. So if you figured that one out, like there's a number of little things to do. It's nothing massively complicated. Actually, let me just, I'll share screen, I'll show you. Right, I'm going to do my best to describe everything I'm doing. So if you're listening to this, then you're not like, come on, John, what's going on here? Okay, so the steps are, and some of them you've got in place. I'm just going to pause this video here. Is the above the fold bit here, especially the first line, is mentioning that they can get something. And so it says here, but it actually is above the fold.
Yes.
So when I'm saying anybody listening above the fold, I mean before they click the bit where it says more. So it has to kind of show it before that point. So that's one. Interestingly, having less other links increases the opt-in rate, because if there's less other things
to click on,
then it kind of reduces distractions. Another one is to change have the pinned comment, which currently is getting people to subscribe, is having that one as a link to the opt-in as well. And then the last one, which really makes a big difference, is to mention it somewhere in the video as well. And this one's a 3-hour video, so we often do it towards the end, so somewhere kind of towards the beginning and then somewhere again towards the end. So if you had something mentioning it like just as they're about to get started in this, then that can make a difference as well. I don't know if that will fit with the way that you do these videos. I'm not sure if that'd be a good fit, but like if we look at let me pull up 30 by 40. So this is Eric, who helps architects with running their business better. And we worked with him for a while. He's got a very good channel. And you'll see here in the pinned comment, he's got like links to different downloads that he's mentioned in the video. And they can go get those in the pinned comment. And so that all adds up. Now, one of the people who's doing this best is quite a small channel. This is my friend Jack. And Jack is teaching people banjo. And so all of his videos are about something called claw hammer banjo. It's a very specific type of banjo. And if you see in his, I'm going to just click on one and hope that Jack's stuck to doing everything right. Get the tab here. So he's teaching people.
Straight up. Yeah.
In this video, he's teaching people a song. This looks like The Blackest Crow is the song. And so in the video, he's saying to them, first thing to do is go get the tab. So he's explaining how to do that right towards the end. He does the intro and then he says where to get the tab. And that's like in the link there. So it's a really good fit between the video and the download. So that's kind of a thing that works particularly well for him. He's kind of figured out tabs as like the main one. And he's got it as the first line, not even the second line of the description. He doesn't have it as the pinned comment. If he did that, that would probably help a little bit as well. That's kind of some of the things that can grow the opt-ins. But that's basically, I mean, if you're selling courses in your new gig, that's where the money is in courses, is in the email list.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
get people on the email list, and then you can run promotions to the email list. That's kind of how course businesses work.
yeah. So I'm basically I am starting again with another. As I said, I got about 1,700 people, but I'm also looking at starting a brand new YouTube channel again.
Oh my God!
Yeah, yeah. But I will tell you, I've changed my mind about 3 or 4 times as to what the channel's going to be about.
Okay.
I have a bit of a problem with this. I really do have a problem because I start on it and I go, no, that's not what I want to do. No, and I'll try another one. And then I go, no, that doesn't feel right. No, and then I'll try and I keep, if you saw my channel list of how many channels I've previously opened, you just go, it's about 30 channels.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
but that's over a period of years. But yeah, most of them didn't start. They lasted for about 2 days. I got tired of them. I don't sound much of a meditation teacher, do I?
Maybe that's why you need meditation for yourself, right?
Yes,
Calm yourself down. So what kind of courses have you made so far?
I've made a breathwork course, which I love. I love breathwork. So that's that active breathwork. So breathing in, usually in and out through the mouth. One, co-creating miracles, courses on abundance, courses on stress relief, courses on empowered sleep formula. I've done so many different courses, but in all honesty, and I'm sure, maybe something we've done wrong along the way, but we never had much success with courses in all this time. And so I will be tuning into your channel, believe me, really, because I do feel like I'm starting again, and maybe I've got this, maybe I'm here for another reason. Maybe I'm here to, yeah.
I mean, I would be shocked if you couldn't make a lot of revenue from selling courses with the size of channel that you've got. I'd be really stunned, because there's 3 parts, I think, really, to a course business. This is at least how I see it. One is you've got to have the audience. The second thing is you've got to have courses that have got product market fit. So it has to be courses that audience wants to buy. And some audiences are not, some people's audiences, no matter what the niche, aren't the ones who are interested in buying courses. That does happen. We've had people where they're in the same niche as another client of ours, and the other client is doing great, and this person, the first person, isn't. Even though they're in the same niche, because they've built the audience differently. They do different types of videos or what have you. So there has to be a product market. It has to be that your audience is a course buying audience and they're interested in that kind of topic. But then the third is what's more often missing is the email marketing and funnels. It's like, how do you get the audience you've got to hear about the courses in the right way? You've got to get them on the email list. You got to send out the right kind of email promotions. You got to have the right kind of sales pages and checkout pages and order bumps and upsells and all of this stuff. This, funnel malarkey thing that we do. You've got to have that stuff right. And more often, that's the bit that's kind of missing. So my suspicion is that's probably the bit that's missing for you. I couldn't say for certain without diving into all the kind of details and stuff, but that's probably the situation that you're in terms of, like, you just haven't had that bit. So what have you tried in terms of the selling the courses? How has that
one of the first courses we developed was the empowered sleep formula, and that was because we really thought that we'll tap into the sleep market as well. But what we found was that it seemed like everyone was already happy and getting what they wanted with our videos. All they wanted to do was get to sleep. So if the videos were solving that problem, then why would they bother to pay extra money for a course when it's already working?
Yeah.
And this is what I started to realize. I thought this, and even the marketing lady, Lynn, when she was working with us, she just said, they don't want to buy. They've got everything they need. All they wanted was to be asleep, and you're putting them to sleep. So it was just this small audience that we were finding that was actually there not just to sleep, but they found the meditations empowering. and uplifting. And that's the market that I started to go towards, was the, the motivational, the affirmations, the I am enough, all that sort of thing. So that's what we ended up targeting, but it just seems so minute,
Mm.
so minute.
I'm gonna have a chat with
It's,
Josip after this and kind of review what you've got and what you just said, and just kind of make some
I,
sense of it. But I feel like there's something.
I'm sure. Yeah.
There's something. I mean, that's what you're convinced, right? Because that's what you're going off to work on. That's your new playground, right?
Yeah, well, the new playground now this is where I'm now going, okay, I've got this whole new opportunity to begin again. And so which direction do I want to go in? And
Mm.
because I love creating the online courses, I've loved creating them. I actually find it really enjoyable. Um, Creating the communities, creating the courses, putting it together and getting it out there. I love that part of it. So
Yeah.
it's just finding that, okay, so where do I want to go now? Who do I want to market to?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Makes
Mm.
sense. Amazing. Well, Jason, thanks so much for coming on today and kind of sharing your story about how this all got built out. I think it's absolutely fascinating. I'm convinced there is something here. I'm going to follow up with you after this
Yes. Thank
and
you.
help you figure this out, because I'm just like, yeah, you've got something really powerful here. If people want to go check out your channel or your website, where should they go?
They can go to the www.jasonstevenson.net,
Okay.
and they can download one of our guided meditations, and they'll be put onto the Relax Me Online list. I haven't got the Zen Media Group funnel page up yet, so I'll be talking to you about that, John.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for coming on today. I really, really appreciate it.
you're
Oh,
welcome.
just had banjo video start playing there. Dear listener, if you enjoyed this podcast, I'm going to ask you for a quick favor. If you would take a moment to rate it and review it, or just rate it, just give it a star rating. That'd be super helpful. It'll help more people to find it and kind of see that it's a legit podcast. So a couple of ways you can do that. We set up a link at ratethispodcast.com/online courses. And that's kind of got details of how to give ratings on a few different things and links you off to the right place. Or if you're listening in like Spotify or something, I think you can just scroll down, hit the stars, and just give it, hit the hopefully 5-star rating. So make my day if you give us a 5-star review. That'd be awesome. Make sure to, or you can do this on YouTube as well. The video goes up, the podcast goes up on YouTube too. So you can go to search for John Ainsworth on YouTube, and then put a review on there. Or if you're watching it there, then give the review there. Make sure to subscribe wherever you're listening if you found this interesting and you want to get future episodes. And we will see you all next time. Thanks again, Jason.
Bye-bye. Thanks, John.